I'm Molly Line, and you're in the strategy room. After weeks of being on the defensive, now we're still talking about Hillary Clinton and those emails. In an unusual late afternoon press conference, the campaign cited a Fox News report on the origin of the FBI probe into the candidate's server, arguing that it offers proof to a certain extent that she did nothing wrong. Here with reaction is Ellen Ratner, Bureau Chief of Talk Radio News Service and a Fox News contributor, and Lee Carter, partner at Meslansky and Partners. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lee, I'll start with you. What do you make of this? A late afternoon press conference, and she says, hey, look at what Fox News is saying.
I think it's really, really interesting. There's been a lot of people who have said Hillary needs to come out to the press and talk to people more often. She's been really private about that, and I think it's really important that she starts addressing it and her campaign gets out there and starts making friends with the media. It's been a real problem that she's been so closed off. So I think it's really important. And I think it shows that she's being more open and embracing what she needs to be talking about. So I think it was an important first step for her.
Yeah, it's worth noting that this was an exclusive of Fox News' Catherine Herridge report, for the first time identifying the emails that helped to kickstart the current investigation, the emails from top Clinton advisors, and they had earlier been released to the Benghazi Committee just for information. But Ellen, what do you think about this? A late afternoon press conference, and this continues to go. There's this drip, drip, drip.
Look, she's absolutely correct in that we now need to do more press conferences, says Hillary Clinton, and I think that's what she's doing. However, the American people are looking at a couple more things with the server. They're not as concerned as the press is giving it about whether these were legal or not legal or classified or not classified. The question is, who was the person that put in the server? Why did they put it in? And were the people that put in the server, did they have access to her emails? Those are broader questions that I at least hear in talk radio people asking.
Yeah, it's been interesting. To a certain extent, she's tried to laugh it off at this point. She even made a joke this past weekend. She told an audience in Iowa, Democrats, that she loves her Snapchat account because the messages automatically disappear. I mean, Lee, what do you think? If you make jokes about something that a lot of people take so seriously, is that a strategy that could work to laugh this off?
I don't think so. I think what she needs to do is something that's really authentic to ourselves. Getting into so much of the details is not really helping her at all, because all people are hearing right now is she did something wrong, she did something wrong, she did something wrong, no matter how the details play out. Her making a joke about it, I think, is actually backfiring for her. I think some candidates and some people could use humor to their advantage. I think for her it seemed awfully staged. It seemed like someone might have handed her a joke to try and say. I'm not so sure that that's the right strategy for her.
One of the other things we've seen is that, she kind of implies this is just something the media is so interested in, and then when she's out talking to the voters, she doesn't hear that much about it. What do you think? Is that the case, or do you think voters really care about this, Ellen?
You know, in law, there's something called the common man, or now common person test, and that's exactly the test that I would put up to the Clinton campaign. What does the common person on the street think? And does this resonate with the common person on the street? And she can make all the Snapchat jokes she wants. Will the common person, that middle voter, not necessarily the Hillary voter who's already committed to her, but those middle people, even the middle Democrats, are they going to vote for her? That's the question, and that's the question that the campaign has got to speak to.
One final thing here, as we're still looking at the process going forward, the idea that possibly Joe Biden might be getting in the race, that the VP has been possibly doing well in some polls, particularly stacked up against certain Republicans, possibly even better than Hillary Clinton herself. Is that something to look out for here as this drip, drip, drip continues, and as, frankly, there's an investigation that continues to go forward? Lee?
I think absolutely.
Oh,
yeah, I think absolutely.
100%. I think Joe Biden gets in.
You know what? I think absolutely, and if I were him, I would, because Hillary's support is very soft. Only 35% of people that support her right now are excited about it, and that says there's an opportunity for someone else to get in the game. And so I think if I were Biden, I'd be considering it. If I were Hillary, I'd be looking, how can I get people excited about me? And I totally agree with Ellen about that common man test.
All right, Ellen Ratner, Lee Carter, thank you so much for joining us. The developing story, of course, as we watch the political process go forward. I'm Molly Line, and thanks to everyone out there for watching.